No, that is a hat from college. That's not his hat.
Not one.
Why do
That's Nick's hat.
Well, it looked like it.
Yeah.
He said that I can have it though. So
It's his now, huh?
yes.
Thank you.
So guys,
Welcome to Shooting the Shit with Run and T. Tonight we are reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville season 6, episode 8. But before we start, you broke a tooth? You can't tell them what to do? Smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe to our channel.
What the hell happened?
Is he coming back? Let me see.
right?
He gonna say sight. Don't like him.
Smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe to our channel. No, replay. Look at that. I'm gonna have one.
Wow. He gonna get beat up.
All right, y'all.
No gloves.
Boy, quit now. You messing up the thing. Move.
What happened?
All right.
And can you see us?
All right. Because our theme this on.
This up.
Okay. So this episode starts off with Melanie teaching two guys property preservation. And she's showing them how to bid for houses. Meanwhile, Kimmy shows up and she introduced her to her friend Keith, who has closed over 400 properties. So this is somebody she said Kimmy should get to know. So they get
So Kimmy over there at the office doing all the actual work while Maurice is, I don't know, sitting behind his desk. I don't know what Maurice does.
Marie's supposed to be a lawyer. Kimmy the one who was doing real estate anyway. It's kind of like he trying to cross over into her stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then he wanted her to switch up the type of real estate she was doing, you know, because it got to be Maurice's way, you know?
Oh, child.
So they get on talking about the tea. And Kimmy asks Mel, was she expecting the conversation that she got from Stormy's mom? And she was like, well, for one, she ain't know she was coming, and no, she didn't expect that conversation at all. So Kimmy's like, well, I'm hoping Kiki and Tiffany settle their beef. And she was like, oh, no, they good. I had them over to the house for lunch, and they got along real well.
Well, the next day after your party, they went to another party. And now they're beefing again.
Yeah. They went to Martell's luncheon, and it was
I don't feel like they need to be friends. Like, let's just.
I ain't mad. You know what I'm saying?
Tiffany's gonna be a hard person to be around, and so is Kiki.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think they will mesh.
No. I mean, I don't know who can mesh with Tiffany, but okay. I know I couldn't.
Tiffany's the issue. So she said, Kimmy said she ain't mentioning charades at Martell's event. Because she know Mel don't want it. She said keep her out of that. She don't want to hear nothing about it.
I want to hear it.
Keep her out of that. So Kimmy started talking about how she's trying to control her stress level so she could choose who she hang around in the friend group with all that drama going on. But her biggest stress level is at home, trying to co-parent with Maurice. Ain't that sad? That's where your piece supposed to be.
I don't need to co-parent with Maurice. That's him and Kiowa's job.
Right.
I feel like that shouldn't even be stressful. For me, it's not a thing. If you ain't gonna raise your child, then what do you want me to do? Mine is raised, and he's over here with businesses and his own stuff going on. So,
Monster probably over there tearing up her shit though. And Maurice, he ain't cleaning it up.
No, because he doesn't feel like that's a man's work.
Exactly. So she said, now what he do is he agree verbally, but then he don't back her up on all of it. You know, he said, "You're right.
I mean,
You're right."
raising teenagers is hard. That's the
Mhm.
hardest part, I feel like, of the whole parenting. The hardest part is like from 13 to say 21. By 21, they start figuring out a direction, hopefully.
She probably been gone, come home, shit all over the place, because you know that's what teenagers do. And she starts screaming, because that's what we do. And then, you know, she's cleaning it up, but she's not getting no backup. Tell this Negro, because
Right
he
now,
clearly
she's tired.
ain't listening to me.
Right now, she's tired.
Yeah. And now,
Because
now
it
her
would
energy
seem
level
like she's
is lower
obviously
than
like,
normal.
this is what we were concerned about, Maurice, that she was going to be going through this and still, you know, not having no type of support. That's exhausting, coming home and your house is filthy, and you've said it 1,000 times. We all know that as parents of teenagers. What she needs to do is come in the house with a trash bag and just, if you ain't gonna pick it up, I'm gonna pick it up, and that ain't what you want. Your daddy ain't gonna say shit, so chase down the trash man, because I'm gonna call your mama and be like, listen, if he doesn't start picking this shit up, I'm gonna throw it away. I'm gonna need some help, because Maurice ain't.
Yep. Y'all who you got a co-parent with,
Yeah,
with
with
Kyle,
Kyle.
because he ain't shit. So we got Tiffany
Kyle will probably be like, throw that shit out. That's the same shit I did with when he is
over here.
here.
Tiffany meet up with Stormy for coffee.
That's interesting.
Because Tiffany wanted to meet with her because Tiffany felt like she was bum rushed, I guess, at Martell's event. So she sit down with her and she go to this whole spiel to how she's pregnant and she don't have time for all this craziness and shit that's going on. Well, you starting the shit. I know I started, but I don't have time for you guys to come back at me with it. Okay. She said not everything with Kiki was good when they was at Mel's lunch, but Stormy, you rehashed it. And Stormy says, well, y'all can't move.
Stormy, you did though rehash it.
Huh?
She did rehash it.
Yeah, she brought it up. She said, y'all can't move forward unless everything is on the table. She was
That's
like,
that's your way of handling things, though. That's what you said you like to do.
yeah, but she right, because as soon as, because they was already talking about the text, so was it really hashed out? No, because Kiki and them was over here talking about, well, let me show you about this text and what she did. So it wasn't hashed out. Like she said, it was beef on the table and y'all just weren't addressing it. So by you not addressing it, you just saving it to come out on another day. Well, here's the other day then came. So as soon as y'all supposed to be friendly, we good, we cool, we ain't gonna beef again. As soon as y'all got with each other, y'all started beefing again, because here's the situation
because
with the
they
text.
don't like each other. That's why they don't.
But so she said, get it out there. This is one thing y'all talk about what she did.
That's gonna help us move forward. No, that's just gonna be like, bitch, this is why I don't like you. Is that moving forward?
You get it out there, and then it won't be nothing else to talk about. Then it's done.
Well, see, I'm an out there kind of girl. Cause when it be inside, my ears get real red and it be hot.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why are we leaving it? Why are we not saying it? Say everything. Say it all. Get it all out there so it can be done.
Well, what else is there to say after you say I knew who the hell my daddy was my whole life? Like, after that, the conversation was over. This is where we stand. Come at me again. See what I got waiting on you.
Well, she had more stuff because she pulled it out. She pulled it out the table. So, she's like, look, Stormy think one day they could be best of friends. I don't know if they could be best of friends. I'm
Why
with
she
you.
think that? Stormy, why you think that?
I don't think that's gonna happen. So she, asked her not to write her off, just have a one-on-one session. And she was like, okay, I'll consider doing that. She was like, but speaking of one-on-one, I had a one-on-one session with Sheree. And I'm surprised that she has not been around Mel, but she's been around Mel's children. And Stormy was like, I wouldn't let that worry me. And she was like, well, would you want another woman around Chess? She was like, I mean, hopefully he wouldn't have nobody around him if they not serious. She was like, well, do you think he's serious about Sheree? She was like, she could be. Like, shit, I don't know.
I mean, I hate that whole conversation because obviously, how are you going to know if she's the one if you're not ever around my kid? This is his life. You know what I'm saying? So I don't got to meet you unless you're the one. You know what I'm saying? But if daddy's dating, this is, you know what I'm saying? That's his life. That's what's going on. I don't get that I don't get it. Not around like spending the night and knowing too much. But if I got my kids on Saturday,
ain't even spending the night over Martell's house, so we know that ain't even happening.
I'm just saying, Tiffany, you sound stupid. Why do I need to meet her? Because they went to Chuck E. Cheese. Because he had a J. I'm good. I don't even like him. I don't care what he's doing right now.
Well, stop. I don't know why you're trying to jump on me. Stormy says, well, when you talk to Mel, do you think she want to meet Sheree? She said, I don't think I ever talked to Mel about Sheree. You know you ain't talked to Mel about Sheree. She was like, so why are you talking to Sheree about Mel? I was like, that part.
Right, Stormy.
She said, because she's new to the group. She's not a castmate. She's not, what group? She's not new to the group. She was
you're new to the group.
Right.
I'm sorry, but
I was being nosy.
Tisha and them and Martell and Mel and Kimmy, they all been friends for years. That's why they're having a hard time with Mel and Martell breaking up because they don't want to pick sides because they all been friends for years. You're new. You really don't know none of these people. So what is you trying to speak on behalf of Mel for?
Only one you know for years is Kiki. Shit.
Touche.
Then she said, well, I wanted to know how it feels to date someone that has a reputation of being a cheater. Child. So then Mel.
You want to know what? How it feels.
How it feel to date someone that has a reputation. That's why she asked her that.
Well, that's what you want to know, girl.
Child. Yep. All you had to do was ask Big Lou, how did that feel to date someone who has a reputation of being a cheater?
And vice versa. And when they both out here cheating?
Yeah, so I'm like, you already know when he out there cheating too. So then she said, well, Sheree said that Mel went to Sheree's book signing in Birmingham with Little Martell, and Mel was her friend. I knew she was gonna pull that out. I said that last week. And
when she said that, I was like, well, there it is.
Sheree didn't say that.
Not at all.
You said that, Tiffany, and I knew you was gonna turn that shit around. So and then y'all with this whole trying to prove that Mel wasn't a fan. I'm like, it ain't even that serious because Sheree didn't say that. This is all.
And you know what? But when she said she met her at a book signing, when Sheree said that, I knew there was more to it. I was like, what's her name? Mel did not go to no book signing to see Sheree. That's not even how that happened. I knew
but she didn't even say that's how it went. She just said she met her at a book signing. She didn't make it seem like.
No, I'm just saying she didn't say what it really was, Sheree.
Yeah.
But I knew there was more to it because I knew, first of all, because she had the boy with her. I was like, who takes their kid to a book signing to see Sheree? That isn't even something that you would do. You would do that with your homegirl, not with your son. I knew there was more to it, but at the end of the day, so what? She's Sheree. What?
She didn't say it. She didn't say she was a fan. She didn't say she went out of her way to meet her. She didn't say none of that shit. This is the shit Tiffany put out there.
No, she said she met her at a book signing and she had Tank with her.
Yeah, and they took a picture. That's the only time she met her. That's what she said. Child. So, not Stormy. Tiffany asked Stormy, how are you and Mel after the tea party? And she said, well, she ain't talked to Mel. And then she said, I thought about it after we left. Nell hasn't been around us, so how does she know it's a problem between us? But Mel don't know. She said, well, I didn't write that down. Right.
Well,
I guess she said, do you feel hope? And she said, nope, she didn't have any feelings. She said, but my mama was happy. When she left, she said everything she wanted to say. Well, we know you brought your mama there because she was going to say.
Well, she also said, at least one of us got our feelings out. And I was like, but you just said there was nothing. So then, and Nell, what's her name? Nell didn't feel no energy. We know that she didn't. So I'm so confused by her being like, I mean, I don't care. It is what it is, and we wasn't like I thought. And then, but then there's feelings. So then, what are you still feeling? What is you in your feelings about still?
I wouldn't give a damn.
Me neither. I would be like, I was like, Stormy, you care too much. Because at the end of the day, I would be like, all right, well then, bitch, like I see her when I see her. We ain't that. I won't ask her for her number no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I don't understand what she's so in her feelings about.
Well, Tiffany wants her to have a one-on-one with Mel at her baby shower.
Didn't they do that already? Didn't they have a one-on-one already?
We already talked about it.
And now that your mama has came and expressed her feelings, I'm really off of y'all. I don't know.
I hope she don't do it. Because I hope that y'all don't try to make that a thing.
Because Mel go sit over there and be like, huh, what, girl?
All right.
Gotta say go,
girl. So we got Kiki and Tisha going to A&M basketball team. I mean, go see the basketball game because they are alumni. That Alabama A&M. That's probably where they went. So
where Kenya was over there. They was over there where Kenya was.
No. I think so. They was in Alabama too, huh? Because the Bells was over in Jacksonville. You know what? All these shows pushing these HBCUs, huh? All right, yeah. All right. I see y'all. I see y'all.
Especially if y'all are alumni. I'm gonna say this though. I feel like Kiki and Tisha in the car together, like, y'all are so dumb. Like, this should have been her road dog from the very beginning. It seemed very comfortable. Them, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't.
It probably was like that until Kiki ass got on drugs, got on bill, and then it went sideways. That's probably how they started off.
Well, this is way better than them fighting with each other because that's whack.
So, Kiki like, girl, I didn't tell you to share Tiffany's text message with nobody. And Tisha's like, you didn't, but I did because I was defending you because I was letting them know why you were still upset about the whole thing. And
Kiki, then what you saving it for? That's stupid.
Just say it.
That's not how you get past things. You saving ammunition for what?
She said she was gonna pull that bitch out again. She said she was holding it.
Right.
Like you know that big spade, and she was gonna pull that thing out at the end.
Slap the table with it. For what? So that means you waiting on another encounter with Tiffany that ain't gonna go right. That's not putting everything out there like Stormy has said do.
That's why Stormy put it out there, but she didn't want her to put it out there. She wanted to hold it. She wanted to hold it. So so quit being fake and say, we're good. We're good. Knowing damn well y'all ain't good.
Y'all are not good.
Oh, Tisha started saying, well, you know, Tiffany was always also talking shit about me. She said I was only the face of the company and Marcel really runs it. Well,
I think Tisha and Martell have the same problem where they think we didn't see what we saw. You were a stay-at-home mom that wasn't allowed to even go nowhere really, except for with the kids. And then when you got your degrees and stuff, your husband said he thought that was just for fun, like not for you to actually be using it. And then after, a few years of people calling you stupid, all of a sudden you came back as this CEO that runs, the company that has the biggest percentage.
yeah.
We know that you're just the face of the company. But that's okay.
And then he brought a man in and kicked you out your office, and but you the boss. Okay. So she said, and she also said, I don't be knowing everything Marcel be doing 24/7. Don't nobody know what their husband doing 24/7, but you know what she mean with that too.
She said he doesn't know where I am right now. I'm like, yeah, he does know where you are right now, because he needs to know where you are for he can know what he's doing. Now he know you're gonna be in Alabama, and how long it's gonna take you to get there and back so he can do his thing. So he absolutely knows where you are right now.
She said that she keeps speaking on her marriage. She gonna talk about hers because it's a rumor that her and so, she said the name, got something going on. You got a question?
I got a question. Because, like, how many years now have we heard Tisha say that somebody was out there trying to destroy their marriage? And then she say something about somebody being a dark soul, like a devil in the sheep's and devil's clothing or something. She said devil in sheep's clothing. I can't stand Tiffany. But you just said somebody's name and that she was supposedly out here sliding out on Big Lou. Now, is that technically trying to destroy somebody's marriage? Like, you can even throw in there that now Big Lou gonna be suspected. Like, what is this baby? Is that, you know what I'm saying? Like, Tisha.
Yeah, she put it out there. And if I was Big Lou, I'd be trying to read her damn lips. Like, who she say? Yeah,
right. So who's out here trying to destroy marriages, though? Is that what you would call that? Could she be accused of that? I can't wait to get to the reunion. Is that what that's considered being?
I don't know, but I'm glad she put it out there because I want to know. I want to hear about it. Who you say? Because this one got a whole lot to say about, like, she perfect. Who is she supposed to be out there with? Because I want to hear about it. She said she keep pushing her. She gonna say something, child.
Well, I mean, wasn't Tiffany over there eyeballing Martell, and we was like, well, what just happened?
Girl, not eyeballing. Wasn't they sitting up there setting up a whole threesome? Ain't that what they was over there doing? Because I thought about that too. I was like, she all up in Martell business with Sheree. Is that because she was trying to, did she have a piece? Because they was making it seem like it was okay. I'm just saying.
Making it seem like what was okay?
For Tiffany, when that threesome, like that's how they got down.
It was a jokey conversation, but nobody was shocked, or like, only one shocked was Martell was like, let me get that guy here because I don't know what's happening.
Like, baby, this is how we do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Is that why you all up worried about Sheree? Shit. Did her lips say Martell? I gotta go back and look at that. Shit. So we had
he's known to be a cheater out here in these streets.
Right. Is that why he said you a cheater too? I'm just saying, like, I know. Lou and Tiffany is at their ultrasound to see baby Ace. So that's the baby name, baby Ace. He here, he cute. I don't know if he look like, now I'm gonna go back and look and see if he look like Lou. All I seen was
But I
little
just
yellow
kind of
baby.
didn't. I ain't look. I ain't seen him. I can imagine what he looked like. Do he look like Martell?
He just, I gotta go back. All I remember seeing was a little yellow baby. So I gotta go back and look.
Martell's kids got a certain kind of look.
They do. We got to go back and look at that. Cause
Well, we know he'd be good at one thing. He might can't be no builder.
Because it was supposed to be something where it was supposed to take a little longer than, but Lou said it only took 7 days. Now, was that you or was that Martell? We gotta figure that one out. So
These are all allegedly. Allegedly, because we
all
don't know.
all alleged. Alleged.
Talking.
We just out here shooting the shit, okay? Okay. So she talking about adjusting to this new lifestyle and how she's not gonna slow down on work because she thinks she could do it all, but we'll see, Tiffany, child. So we got Maurice and Kimmy. First I started talking about the event and how Sheree is more quiet than she expected. And then Kimmy say, but Martell was doting on her. No, Maurice said he was doting on her. I didn't see him doting on her, but okay. And Kimmy was like, I mean, he's a gentleman. He has stopped in the streets because he saw me getting something out my car. Kimmy go out her way to compliment Martell a lot. She do that a lot. I don't understand why she do that so much. That kind of, I don't know. That rubs me.
I was like, I mean, that's not. I would help somebody getting stuff out of their car. Like, Kimmy, that's not a gentleman. That's just something that nice people do.
She always do that though.
Especially if I know you, like, you're Kimmy. Hey, Kimmy. Girl, what's going on? Let me help you with the shit.
He's such a nice guy. He's such a sweetheart. Like, that would really irritate me. Especially if I was male. That would irritate my soul right there.
You know what term I never use? Because I'm not sure, like, it's a new term that's out there all the time. And I don't never use it because I'm like, what does that even mean? I don't feel like every decision that I make to be on the side of the man. But this whole term male identified, it makes me feel like that. I hate that term, but I'm like, but Kimmy, like, but why are you always doing that? What is it? Y'all are like, this is how it is to be with a Scott man. Martell's nice. I haven't seen him be nice, so maybe that's.
I ain't see it either. I don't know. That would irritate my soul though. So Maurice got Monster in boot camp, the Maurice boot camp. And Monster said all he gotta do is get up early. That's the only thing he knew. And Maurice was like, no, that ain't it. You gotta work out. And then we talk about being the best person that we can be. And then you gotta have a certain GPA. And we going to Ohio State for football. That's Kimmy's like, so nothing.
We wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and we talk about on the way to school how to be the best person we can be.
That just sounds like a regular day. Don't you get up early and you go to school and then you have positive conversations?
His brain ain't working on the way to school in the morning.
But even though it's always, I do that with D. It might not be like I ain't doing no motivational speech, but it's like, okay, so what you gonna do in school? Like, it's just regular shit.
Because D is 7. That's why you do that with D. When he's 14, 15, they act like they don't remember how to speak about anything. Mm-hmm. Everything is make noises.
Yeah. But Kimmy was like, it ain't nothing. Because he brought out a list. And she like, so it ain't nothing on here about yours. Oh, I thought I put that on the list. No, he didn't put that on the list because he don't feel like that a boy should be doing that. Let's be honest.
If that's boot camp, what does regular look like? What does just regular look like?
That's him laying around and Kimmy cleaning up after his ass. That's what regular look like. Cleaning up behind both of them.
But I mean, like, this whole get up in the morning and go to the gym and what I
Ain't
mean,
that shit that you do anyway though?
yeah.
Yeah. Maurice is not worried about that because that's not things that he felt like a boy
That's
or a
not a
man
bad job.
should
He
do.
don't have to worry about that. He'll just have some
Don't
girl
worry
do it.
about it. I'll handle Kimmy. That's what he's saying. Don't worry about that. I'll handle her. You just concentrate on, I need you to go to this university. You're gonna be this boy that I couldn't be. You know what I'm saying? He got high dreams for Monster. That Monster ain't even really on that level. You know what I'm saying?
He doesn't care right now. He
Mm.
wants to just go vape in the bathroom with his friends.
I bet you Marcel ain't that bad on his son. You know what I'm saying? Well, he ain't around.
He's
But
not
anyway,
around. And he said that.
yeah.
At
So
least
we
he's
got
honest about
Martell.
it. He's
We
not
got Martell
pretending.
and Marceau at Black. He's supposed to be tutoring Martell. This fool talking about you got 2 apples, Martell. I add 3 apples. Because evidently this Negro ain't getting it, okay? Marcel talking about Martell talking about your fat ass always talking about food. So he
I'm
said
not sure why Martell thinks his body is so great.
because
Like he act
these fools be out here saying that shit. And I'm just
he
like,
act like he is just
he's so regular smuggler with
and
his
I be
funny
like,
looking
why
Asian
is his
stuff.
shirt so tight and his legs are so skinny? And why doesn't he wear socks on? Like I never look at him and be like, ooh.
I've never looked at Martell and thought anything handsome or nothing. I think he's funny looking. So he tells them that Tiffany's coming over because they got to talk about the parade that's going to go down in Selma. They still marching in Selma. That's what they finna do. Tiffany finna go march on Selma. Cause that's what they about to meet about.
I'm not saying anything
So
about Selma. I'll just leave that alone.
I've been watching Rosa Parks. Girl,
I'm just saying I can't, not in the context of this conversation, I can't.
but look here, I was watching Rosa, and y'all need to watch that documentary on Rosa. I got to just since we talking about Selma, they be put it up there like all Rosa ass did was say no, but Rosa was behind a lot of shit. Well, they got a documentary out about Rosa that's really, really interesting because they not telling y'all the truth out here because she was the
Well,
secretary.
you got to look for that information. They're not giving you that in school. That's where you learned it at. Like the
Well,
history
baby,
that we do is very limited.
I come from a household that was that conversation, and just Black history. I didn't get my Black history, all my Black history from school because my daddy was
I didn't get any of mine from
book.
school. But you say in your household, I was there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, growing up, you know what I'm saying? If I had to depend on what the people in school was teaching me, I would have known nothing.
No, we didn't get it from that.
But
And
sitting
just
around
like
my
I
dad
feel like
and my
even like the way we
and
go back and forth and talk about like getting information about our personal ancestry,
yeah,
I feel like we have a lot more information on our family than most people have. You know what I mean? Just based on being able to go back and say, who was this person? Who was that person? I don't know if anybody besides me and you do that, but I feel like we have a lot of information that most people, when you ask people like where they're people from, they don't even really know. You
some
know what I
people
mean?
don't know. Yeah. Well, it was set up like that. It was set up like that. But anyway, y'all, that was Selma. Okay, so we come back to Huntsville and our history lesson. So, she asked Martell what was the highlight of his event that went down. He said, well, actually, the highlight.
Can we just like for real quick focus on the fact that you said she asked Martell.
She asked Martell.
She brought the shit up.
Yep. She asked Martell what was the highlight of the event that happened that night, and he said actually the highlight happens after the event. Sheree said that this girl then grilled her. She said, well, I got grilled coming into this group once again.
What does she think? What does she think that Sheree was gonna do after that conversation? You ain't think it never crossed your mind that Sheree might go back to Martell and be like,
She was offended that Sheree even said anything to Martell. Like, that didn't make sense. You finna go back and say shit to Big Lou, but Sheree wasn't supposed to say shit to Martell? Child.
Especially after you said some shit like you think the pussy's so good he ain't going nowhere. Like, I feel like I need to discuss that.
So Marceau's sitting over there like, well, what happened? Well, I want to know what y'all talking about, because I'm sitting here. What happened? And he said, you asked her, how do it feel dating a cheater? And Marceau says, simmer down. What? He said, simmer down.
He's such an asshole.
He said he ain't a cheater. He cheated. And so did you. Now, I think you a cheater, though.
He's definitely a cheater.
I think you're a cheater. You tried it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But she's a cheater too. You know what I'm saying? So you got it right.
One, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
just said you actually
her trying to justify why she would even ask that question makes no sense. Like, girl.
She said she wants to know. And so now that you say that, so Marceau said when you ask stuff like that, it's because you want to know. Like, if I say, how did you make them potatoes? It's because I want to learn how to make them potatoes. So you asking, how do it feel to date a cheater? Do that mean you trying to go out there and date a cheater? Like, you want to know how that feels? Who are you trying to date, girl? Is what Marceau wants to know.
Well, I want her to stop saying that. Like, what kind of stupid question is that? That's not a real question. It's not a question. It's not, well, what do you want me to say? How would I answer that? It feels like, how does it feel to date a cheater? It feels like, I mean, there's not an answer for that question.
Right. So
you were trying to throw shots. You were throwing shots, Tiffany, because that's what you be doing.
Marceau want to know, well, who you getting the information for? Who want to know that? And she said, I want to know for me. See, that's my thing right there. By you doing that, by you being Mel's friend, it seems like to the average person, even though we know that you were doing this to bring this back, or you were defending Mel. Well, you put it out there like you was defending Mel, and Mel ain't had shit to do with it. But it's like, who sent you? Like she said, who sent her from me?
Not even know nobody sent her no DS. She's been inappropriate from the very beginning. Yeah. Now, if I have somebody, and you've always got that person that you run across in your life to be trying to do too much like that. If somebody came at this new person that I'm dating, first of all, if I'm dating somebody new, if me and you ain't cool like that, then what are you grilling this person for? Like, who decided you were supposed to be? You and Mel ain't friends like that.
He ended up saying, because she said, she wants to know if Sheree and Mel was in communication because they need to get together. And Martell was like, me and Mel not even in communication. So that would need to happen first. Why would she have to be in communication with Mel? So she going this whole, I love blended families and I'm an advocate for getting that right. And they was like, so now you an expert. You an expert on blending the families. And I'm like, that's that shit y'all was doing when we went to Vegas.
When we went to Dr. Francis,
know better than everybody. Child. And then he said, did you mention that was her phone so good that she could keep him when Mel couldn't? Marceau said, yes. You said that? He said, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And she's sitting there talking about, I'm so irritated that he brought Marceau to this meeting and now they're questioning me. I'm like, you brought that shit up. You did. You asked him.
You did.
And everybody was like, oh my God, I can't believe they came at a pregnant woman like that. I was like, did they though? Like,
she did it. She asked the questions. You know what I'm
and
saying?
Martell, like we've seen him cranked the fuck up. He wasn't
He
actually.
wasn't. He wasn't. At that point, I will say, because we seen him act a fool, like you said.
Yeah.
He was very
He was
calm.
snapping on Kenya for nothing. For
Yeah.
far less than that.
Yeah. And then she said, and then you told her that I was chasing Mel around. He was like, it's like you trying to come in and break us up. And that's when I was like, well, she was trying to get with him, wasn't she? That's when that popped in my mind.
But you starting, I mean, we all know this shit is fake. But if it wasn't, you starting trouble where it didn't even have to be none.
Exactly. Marcel said, you might need to be tested to be a Karen. And she said, you're saying that because I'm half white? No, because you're being a Karen. You're doing it and then turn around and be like, well, I don't
Why are you
why you're
coming
mad
at me?
Yeah. You're the definition of a Karen right now.
But she been being a Karen like in a lot of other situations.
She does.
She
generally do that always all the time.
Yeah.
Marcel said one thing we learned, Sheree is not quick to slap a mother. That's one thing we learned. Martell said he gonna be telling this, he gonna be sharing this information with Big Lou. So next week we gonna see her being the Karen, because you go to Big Lou like, oh my God, they attacked me and I don't know why they came at me. And that's the shit that Karens do. See what I'm saying?
I saw people saying that though. I saw people like, oh my God, I can't believe these two men and this pregnant woman. And she need to stay her ass somewhere, not out. Because
when you're pregnant, don't you usually stay out of shit? Like, I don't want no karma. I don't want none of that shit coming back.
You would think. And if I was gonna meet up with Martell after I just said all of that stuff to his new girlfriend, I would probably assume that he gonna bring it up.
Yeah, you would think. Child, you don't even talk about people because you pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of
usually you be like, I ain't gonna say
it. Right. Not this one, child.
I'm messing around. My baby look like Kiki.
Okay. Well, look here. That's Love and Marriage. Huntsville D is in the exercise room working out. So I'm gonna go ahead and say smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to this channel. Say bye, sissy, to the people. We'll see you on the next one. Say bye.
Y'all.